Amends AOC-4 XBRL filing rules. Mandatory PDF attachment is effective from 14th July 2025. This is the latest amendment. So, namaste and welcome back to RR Corporates. We have two channels, RR Corporates and RR Legal Talks. Today's video is important for all company secretaries, CFOs, and corporate professionals and directors. This is the latest update. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has released a new notification dated 6th June 2025, bringing a key amendments to the XBRL filing process under Companies Act 2013. So, from 14th July 2025, the companies filing their financials in e-form AOC-4 XBRL must now attach the authenticated PDF copy of the signed financial statements, including board's report, auditor's report, and other documents under section 134. So let's in this video the rules understand clearly and how it impacts the compliance in 2025. So we'll decode the complete details. We'll see the background of the amendment. Under the company's filing of documents and forms in XBRL filing rules 2015, certain class of companies are required to file their financial statement in XBRL format using AOC-4 XBRL. So, as per Rule 3.1a, this is newly inserted via this notification. If a company files financials in XBRL format, it must additionally attach. This is the additional attachment. It is a mandatory PDF version of the same financial statements, which are authenticated, signed by the authorized person in compliance with under section 134 of the Companies Act 2013. So, what has changed? What is the change in this amendment? The new sub-rule inserted: companies filing under Rule 3.1 must also attach a PDF copy of signed and authenticated financial statements. So this includes board's report, auditor's report, any other mandatory annexes. So the PDF must be attached within the e-form AOC-4 XBRL along with the XBRL instance documents. Anyway, we used to attach XBRL instance document. Apart from that, so we are additionally attaching the PDF formats of this board's report, auditor's report, any other documents, annexes, and complete authenticated financials. So what would be the impact on the compliance process? So it ensures transparency and traceability of the filings. So with this, this is an easy access and verification for regulators, and requiring companies to prepare one version of XBRL format and PDF format signed and authenticated. So keep ready and then and file the form. So the key point here is non-compliance or improper filing may result in penalties under section 137 and with section 450 of the Companies Act 2013. So non-compliance leads to the penalties. Then update from Form XBRL, AOC-4 XBRL. Yes, I will read out the contents on the XBRL AOC form. AGM and financial year details has to be filled. And see, I will explain what are the contents are there in AOC-4 XBRL, AGM and financial year details, and whether the financials were adopted or revised, details on applicability of Schedule 3 and NDAs, CSR reporting compliance under section 135, secretarial audit applicability under section 204, details of comments by CAG in case of the government companies, and specified bank notes, that is SBN disclosures are there if applicable. Additional declarations are now mandatory, that is attached PDF are true and correct, and they present the same data as in the XBRL documents, and they are signed digitally. So now what is the role of company secretary? A role of practicing professionals, we can say, whether company secretary, chartered accountant, and cost accountant in practice must certify that the financial statements match with the original signed records. XBRL documents were prepared using MCA notified taxonomy all documents have been properly signed, prepared, and maintained. So the wrong certification may lead to penal action in maybe a section 448 for false statement, 449 false evidence. So please take care of that. And effective date and applicability, yes, effective from 14th July 2025. So applicable to all the companies required to file XBRL format, especially for all listed companies, companies with the turnover 100 crores or above, and the companies with paid up capital 5 crores or above, companies under India's mandate. So these are applicability and effective date is 14th July. And the conclusion is yes, MCA tightening compliance norms to ensure document integrity. So attach both XBRL and signed PDF copies from 14th July onwards. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your professionals network. So I'll start with this and I'll take you to the official website of MCA. I will show you the form. I will show you the latest amendment. We have two channels, RR Corporate and other channel, RR Legal Talks. Please do subscribe for latest updates. Will not miss any of the latest filing. So I'll start with this and I'll take you to the MCA website. Go to Google. Go to Google. Here you can type MCA. Come down. Here you can see companies filing of documents and forms, expensible business reporting, language amendment rules 2025, dated 6 June 2025. So we are on official website of MCA. Here you click this. This is the latest amendment. Yes, this is the amendment. English and Hindi both are there. This is the notification, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, notification 6 June 2025. I'll read out for your update in exercise of the powers conferred on by the subsection 1 and 2 of Companies Act, section 469, read with 398. The central government hereby makes the following rules further to amend the company's filing of documents and forms in extensible business reporting language. This is XBRL rules 2015. So short title and commencement. These rules may be called the company's filing of documents and forms in extensible business reporting language amendment rules 2015. So these shall come into force with effect from 14th July 2025. So the companies filing of documents and forms in XBRL rules 2025 herein referred as the said rules. So in rule 3, after sub rule 1, the following sub rule shall be inserted. So this is inserted. The 1A. So rule 3, 1A is inserted. The companies which have filed their financial statement under sub rule 1 shall also attach copy of signed financial statements duly authenticated as specified in section 134 of the Act. So including board's report, auditor's report, and other documents in PDF format in AOC-4 XBRL. So the said rules in Annexer 1 for E-form AOC-4 XBRL, the following shall be substituted. This is the form, PDF format. Here it is given. So we need to do in online, but in this circular, we are PDF form is attached to explain. So this is the form. You will have an idea. So the details are there in the form AOC-4 XBRL. The details like seal number, authorized capital of the company as and the date of filing, and number of members of the company as and the date of filing, name of the company, address of registered office of the company, email ID of the company, financial year to which the financial statements relates from to, and the general information, date of the board of directors meeting in which the financial statements are approved, and the nature of the financial statement. Nature means either provisional, unadopted financial statement, adopted financial statements, or revised financial statement under section 130 or 131. So if it is a revision, then whether it is revision for financial statements or director's report or both, whether provisional financial statement filed earlier, yes or no, not applicable, whether adopted in adjourned AGM, if it is the case, yes, no, or not applicable, as the case may be. Specify the facts and reasons for not adopting the balance sheet in the AGM and date of adjourned AGM in which financial statements are adopted, and SRN from INC 28 in such case, then SRN of AOC-4 XBRL, date of order of competent authority in such case, then all the details as applicable. AGM details, whether annual general meeting held, if yes, no, not applicable. Then date of AGM, if no, specify the fact and reasons for not holding AGM. Due date of AGM, whether any extension of AGM granted, if the case, then GNL1 SRN number. Due date of AGM after grant of extension. And financial details, yes, type of industry we have to mention, whether commercial, industrial, commercial and industrial, banking company, insurance company, power company, non-banking financial company, NBFC registered with the RBI. Then whether Schedule 3 of the Companies Act is applicable, as soon as one. Whether financial statements have been drawn on the basis of US taxonomy or India's taxonomy, whether consolidated financial statements are also being filed, then if yes or no. Then in case of government company, yes, whether Controller and Auditor General of India, COG of India, has commented upon, supplemented the audit report under section 143 of the Companies Act 2013. Yes or no, you have to select either of the one. Then provide the details of comments and supplements received from CAG of India. There you have to fill. Then directors reply on the comments received from CAG India. And then whether CAG of India has conducted supplementary or test audits under section 143. Then yes or no columns are there. Then come to the secretarial audits. So whether secretarial audit is applicable, yes, no, you have to select either of the one. Whether detailed disclosures with respect to directors report under section 134 is attached, yes or no. Describe the state of the company's affairs in brief. This is the column is given. We have to brief. Then SBN details. SBN is specified bank notes. 8th November 2016 to 30th December 2016. So as applicable table is given, SBN, other denomination notes and total. The particulars, if applicable, you have to fill. Closing cash in hand as on 8th November 2016. Permitted receipts, permitted payments, amount deposited in banks, closing cash in hand on 30th December 2016. So whether the auditors have reported as to whether the company has provided requisite disclosures in its financial statement as to holding as well as dealing in specified bank notes SBN during the period 8th November 2016 to 30th December 2016. So whether these are in accordance with the books of accounts maintained by the company. So these details has to be filled if applicable to the company. And reporting of corporate social responsibility under section 135, then applicability, yes. Then if no, no. Then not applicable, not applicable. Then attachments, yes, XBRL financial statements, duly authenticated as per the section 134, including board's report, auditor's report, and other documents. And XBRL document in respect of consolidated statement, you can choose and remove and download options are there. Here is for attachments. And along with the XBRL, yes, we have discussed a copy of the financial statements duly authenticated as per section 134, including auditor report and other documents. And similarly, consolidated PDF copies has to be attached. And supplementary or test audit report under section 143. Yes, details of comments of CAG of India, then if any, then optional attachments, if any. This is what, then after this, then there is a declaration from the directors and next from the certification from the professional. So what is the declaration? You have to carefully read. See, this declaration has to be given by either of the director or CEO, manager, or if it is the IRP is there, then IRP, RP, liquidator. This is what membership of the secretary. So you have to go through the declaration. This is the most important. I am authorized by the board of directors of the company. So before affixing DSC, authorization should be there. By resolution number so and so and board meeting date so and so to sign this form and declare that all the requirements of the Companies Act 2013. Declare that all the requirements of Companies Act 2013. So what you are authorizing, you have to take care. It is declaration that all the requirements of Companies Act 2013 and rules made thereunder in respect of subject matter of this form maintain incidental to have been complied with. So I further declare that whether whatever is stated in this form and in attachment thereto is true, correct, and complete. No information material to the subject matter of this form has been suppressed or concealed and is as per the original records maintained by the company. This is what the declaration is giving. It is confirmed that attached XBRL documents are the XBRL converted copy of the duly signed financial statements and all other documents which are required to be annexed or attached to the financial statements as required under Section 137 of the Companies Act 2013 is further confirmed as that such statements have been prepared using XBRL taxonomy as notified under companies filing of documents and forms in XBRL rules 2015. So before giving this affixing the DSC, go through all the required attachments have been completely and legibly attached to this form. So whether the attachment is legible or not, that also take care. Then digitally signed by who is signing this declaration? Director or manager or secretary or CEO or CFO or liquidator or interim resolution professional or resolution professional. So whoever is affixing the DSC, read the declaration and yes, the number or PAN number, whatever is there, their number has to be filled here. After this, then professional certification comes. Professional has to read this, what you are declaring. I have been completely engaged for the purpose of certification of this form. So first you take the engagement. It is hereby certified that I have gone through the provisions of Companies Act 2013 and rules made thereunder for the subject matter of this form and matters incidental thereto. Form and matters incidental thereto. I have verified the above particulars, including attachments from the originals, verifying from the originals or certified records maintained by the company, which is subject matter of this form, and found them to be true, correct, and complete. No information material is this form has been suppressed. This is what the declaration which professional is giving. Further certify that the sets records have been properly prepared, signed by the required officer of the company, and maintained as per the relevant provisions of Companies Act 2013 and were found to be in order. We are certifying. It is further certified that XBRL documents fairly present in all material respects the audited financial statements of the company in accordance with the XBRL taxonomy as notified under the company's filing of the documents and forms in XBRL rules 2025. So we are only certifying. So we have to verify everything. All the required attachments have been completely and legibly attached to this form. No compromise. It should be legible. Then only you certify. It is understood that he shall be liable for action under Section 448 of Companies Act 2013 for wrong certification if any found at any stage. So at any time for wrong certification, one will get notice from authority. Digitally signed by either of the company secretary, chartered accountant, or cost accountant. Whether associate or fellow, then details has to be filled. Membership number, detail, and certificate of practice number. This is what the note is given. Attention is done to the provisions of Section 448 and 449 of Companies Act 2013, which provide for punishment for false statements, certificates, and punishment for false evidence respectively. All this form has been taken on file maintained by the register of companies through electronic mode and on the basis of the statement of correctness given by the company. So kindly take care of everything before certifying. This is what we have two channels, RR Corporates and RR Legal Talks. So I request to do subscribe RR Corporates and RR Legal Talks so that you will not miss any latest video on the corporate laws, latest amendments, rules and thereto, and latest laws and latest amendments in the matter of CARP and public issues. Please do subscribe our both channels. Thank you.